Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be going over 6 classes I would suggest you level up to 4 if you're new to the game. This is a request from Mr. Gameboy, which he commented on one of my last videos. He wanted me to do a video on 5 classes each player should make level 4. Well, I actually have 6 classes that I would make level 4. And the reason for that is for the 6 different weapon types that you can utilize in the game. Now, I understand that not everybody's going to agree with this list, and hey, that's fine. That's okay. This is just simply my opinion, and this is what, if you was to ask me what I would suggest, this is what I would say. And so, Mr. Gameboy, I hope this video helps you. It was an awesome request. I think it was a great idea for a video. And like I said, I hope this helps you. And so with that being said, let me go ahead and get into it. So the 6 classes that I would choose, and I have them ordered in, how important they are. Like 1 being most important, 2 being the next important, 3, and so on. The number 1 class that I would choose is Sharpshooter 4. Well, I just say Sharpshooter, and that's the one I would get to level 4. The second class is Alchemist. I would make Alchemist, a level 4 class. Number 3 would be Fire Mage. Number 4 would be Sorcerer. Number 5 would be Thrasher. And number 6 would be Assassin. And I'm going to go into detail about why I chose those 6 classes. The main reason for these 6 classes is for the 6 different weapon types. Okay, you have bows and crossbows. Well, Sharpshooter can utilize those. You have flask classes. You have flask weapons, which Alchemist, will help you utilize those weapons that are in the game. You have combat staffs and support staffs. You have heavy melee weapons and dagger weapons. So there's 6 different weapon types in the game, and these 6 classes will help you utilize all 6 of those weapon types. And there's other reasons why I chose these classes. So number 1, I chose Sharpshooter for the number 1. And any other archer classes will work, but you're going to need to utilize the 5-shot crossbow, which is used to clear all the mobs in archives before you get to the bosses. The 5-shot hits multiple targets at a time, and you need that for archives. Like right before you get to the bosses, you got to clear the mobs. 5-shot is going to help you. Now, I know that any other archer classes will be good. You can utilize the 5-shot with any of those classes. I chose Sharpshooter because of the stun arrow, and also it gives you plus 70% bow damage, crossbow damage, plus 70% points to your health, and plus a 20% chance of dealing 50% additional damage. So that's why I chose Sharpshooter. This stun arrow comes in handy, and also this freezing shot comes in handy. I understand that Pathfinder has its perks, just like Hunter. They all are good in their own way. But if you're asking me, I'm gonna go with Sharpshooter, mainly for to utilize the bows and crossbows and the 5-shot. So that's that on Sharpshooter. Alchemist. Now, Alchemist is a boss killer. This is the number 2 class that I would recommend you level up to 4. All bosses in Odin's can be killed using Alchemist. Well, so far, I haven't fought the new bosses yet. The update hasn't came out yet. But we have new bosses in Forbidden Library. I have no knowledge of other than what I've seen on YouTube. But we'll just see in the future how that works. But as of right now, all the bosses in Odin's can be killed with Alchemist. Also, you have this long throw skill that a cultist doesn't have. And this long throw skill is absolutely necessary when fighting Jorgen. This is why I say Alchemist should be your 2nd class, because this list is kind of catered towards being able to solo all of Odin's eventually. And so these classes are going to help you do that. And if you can solo Odin's solo, that's going to help you, grow fast in this game. Or at least these classes will help you in team play when y'all are like teaming up on Odin's. Like when you go as a squad of 4 or a trio or a duo, any of these classes will help you in some way or another in Odin's. So Alchemist, flash damage plus 80%, health 80 points, long throw, passive skill, slow down, and I don't ever use this one, it's a getaway. But yeah, the long throw, it's increased, the range of the attack is increased by 100%. Yeah, it comes in handy. So far, number 1, Sharpshooter 4, number 2, Alchemist, number 3 is going to be Fire Mage. Now, Fire Mage is great for tournaments when you combine Fire Mage with the Rat Staff. The Rat Staff just does insane damage. I think it's like 65 DPS, like damage per second. And when you combine that with the Fire Mage, which does combat staff damage plus 100%, that's really amazing. That's insane. And then the Fire Blast increases your damage by 5%. And it stacks 5 times, so that's an additional 25%. So a grand total of 125% extra damage you're doing with Fire Mage. And not only that, you can utilize combat staffs. Because like I said before, you have 2 different types of staffs. You have combat staffs and support staffs. So this class is going to allow you to utilize the combat staffs. And also, he has this Firebolt, which is what you use to stack your damage with. And this wave of fire is basically it stuns multiple enemies at a time for 1.5 seconds. So it's comes in handy in many different ways. But like I said, the main thing is for tournaments. If I had a choice to choose any class to go in a tournament with, it's going to be a Fire Mage. Unless I'm doing Archive solo, then I'll just go in there with a 5-shot and just clean house. But other than that, if you can't solo Archives, Fire Mage is what I'm going to go with. Because, like I said, once you combine it with a Rat Staff, you can really quickly melt through mobs and win tournaments. Tournaments can also help you upgrade your district. It can help you get influence points to upgrade your district. So that's a big thing. The next class would be Sorcerer. And the reason why I'm going with Sorcerer is not only that you can utilize support staffs, but the main reason for Sorcerer is it's an excellent team PvP support class. Like if you want to, if you and your family is going out there and say it's 4 of you and you have a tank, a support, and 2 damage dealers, if you're the only sorcerer in that family, the one that has a support class, Sorcerer is going to be the one I choose. You know why? Because it has a buff and a debuff skill. This right here, this Circle of Blessing, is a buff. Basically, it's going to allow you to do 20% extra damage to monsters, your allies. Your allies will be able to deal 20% more damage to monsters. And your allies will be able to do 50% more damage to enemy players. And all that's for 12 seconds. So that is insane. And on the other side of it, you have a Curse, which is a debuff, which means it reduces the damage dealt by monsters 20%, and it reduces the damage dealt by enemy players by 50%. So not only can you debuff players and make them do 50% less damage, but you can also buff your own allies and they can do an additional 50% extra damage. So that is crazy good. Not only that, the support staff damage is 90% plus 60 points of health. And then on top of that, you do plus 20% damage to monsters, which is going to help you in Odin's. That is a great class to use. And it was hard for me. I was trying to debate on whether or not I should put Sorcerer as number 3 or Fire Mage as number 3. The only reason why I went with Fire Mage was for if you're just new to the game, you probably don't have a family. or you're probably trying to build your levels up to get into a family or to be, who knows what reason. I just felt like my instincts told me to just go at Fire Mage as number 3 and help you, get better in that area first before you go into the support role. So that's why I chose Sorcerer as number 4. Number 5 is going to be Thrasher, and this is one that I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate on, is because why didn't you choose Duelist? Well, there's a reason why I didn't choose Duelist. But to go over the reasons why I'm going to choose Thrasher, one, it's going to allow you to utilize the heavy melee weapons. It's a heavy melee class, and which again, it adds to your arsenal of weapons that you can utilize in the game, because you want to play this game as efficient as possible. Number 2, you can solo archives at Odin's using a cleaver in combination with Thrasher's leap skill and stunning barrier skill, and the cleaver hits multiple targets at a time. Now I know you can use a cleaver with Duelist. You can go in archives with the cleaver and Duelist and do the same thing that you could with Thrasher, but the only difference is Thrasher has this leaping skill which can stun multiple enemies at a time for 2 seconds, which can come in handy, and also this stunning barrier, which is active for 6 seconds, stuns your attackers for 3.5 seconds. Then on top of that, your moving speed is increased by 20%. So it was a toss-up between Thrasher and Duelist. Duelist is a really good class, but so is Thrasher. I'm not gonna, I don't want to say which is better. I'm just gonna say if I had to choose one, for some reason, again, my instincts were telling me to go with Thrasher. Not only that, but Thrasher is also a great PvP class. Anytime you can utilize stun skill, both of his skills are stun skills. Leap stuns and stunning barrier obviously stuns. And on top of that, heavy melee damage is plus 70%, health is plus 80 points, plus 30% damage to players with no less than 50% health. So if you're going up against somebody, they have full health, you're going to be doing an extra 30% damage on top of the 70% damage you're doing. So that's 100% extra damage with melee weapons. If you want to go with Duelist, go with Duelist. I think either one would work great. But I think Thrasher, if you're going to be trying to use a cleaver to solo archives before you get to the bosses, I think you might benefit a little better with Thrasher. Now, the only other thing I can think of that Duelist might be better at is maybe pulling. He has that chain, that hook that he can pull people with. You might be able to pull one of the guys or whatever in archives, the mobs. You might be able to pull one of the monsters to you and fight them, but I haven't tested that yet. I don't really know. So I know Thrasher, and that's why I would say Thrasher is a really good heavy melee class to go with. The 6th and final class I would go with is Assassin, and this is one of the dagger classes that you can use. So it utilizes all dagger weapons in the game, and it's great for PvP. The main thing about Assassin is this shadow step right here. It does stealth. It says it allows you to instantly relocate behind the enemy's back and make a strike dealing damage of stealth attack plus 10% bonus damage. Stuns target for 1 second. So not only do you get the stealth attack damage, but it stuns the target. And then this smoke screen right here allows you to take 20% less damage from enemy players. Dagger damage is plus 80%, health is plus 60%, plus 30% damage to players with no more than 30% health. So this is a really good PvP class. I don't really use it for anything in Odin's. I'm not saying it wouldn't be good, but I just don't. I don't have a use for it in Odin's, and that's one reason why I made it the last class. Even though Assassin is a really good class, I made it last because, to me, I feel like it's only necessary for PvP, and you have Thrasher for that. Or if you choose Duelist, you can go with Duelist. But yeah, to do a quick overview of all the classes I chose: Sharpshooter 4, Alchemist 4, Fire Mage 4, Sorcerer 4, Thrasher 4, and Assassin 4. And the main reason for this is, if you notice, again, it's 6 different weapon types. Sharpshooter 4 utilizes bows, crossbows. Alchemist utilizes flasks. Fire Mage utilizes combat staves. Sorcerer, it uses support staves. Thrasher, it uses heavy melee weapons. And Assassin uses daggers. So now you'll be able to use all 6 different types of weapons in the game. And that was the main reason why I broke it down into 6 classes that I would work on. And I hope this helps. Like I said, I know not everybody's going to agree with this list. And hey, by all means, give me some feedback on where you disagree with me at. Like, you know, I'm open for constructive criticism. If you guys want to, you know, say, hey, I disagree here for whatever reason. Hey, man, you are open to speak your mind, brother, sister. You know, whatever you want to say. This video, this channel is open for you to express any views you have. You know, just as long as it's nothing vulgar. Hey, I'm okay with it. But yeah, let me know. Give me some feedback on what your list of 6 different weapon types of classes would be. Like, if you know, I'm interested to hear from you guys what your list would be. If you could choose 6 classes to upgrade, hey, let me know, and give me, you know, some reasons why that is. I'm very, very interested in that. And also, this video was really for anybody who needed help in deciding on which classes to use. But I mainly want to dedicate this to Mr. Game Boy, who suggested it. It was a great request. I think it was an awesome request. I hope this helps you. And that's pretty much going to cover it for this video. I think I've made it long enough. I try not to make my videos too long, but I think this one I kind of had no choice. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. You know, like, comment, share, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I really have nothing else to say except see you on the next one. And oh, I do have something. I have a list of requests from my viewers. I write down all the requests. Like, whenever I ask for feedback, I'm not just saying that. Like, I actually mean it. And I have requests that I have wrote down. I have 7. I just covered 1 in this video from Mr. Game Boy, but I have 6 more that I got to get to, and it's going to take some time to cover all of them, because some of them are you know, you have to wait on archives to reset, or you have to wait on the forge to reset, or something. I don't want to give away what they are. I want to, you know, surprise you in the future. But if you make a request on a video you want to see, and let's say 3 or 4 days goes by and you haven't seen your video request fulfilled, I just want you to know that I have it wrote down. I have not forgot about it. It's just taking me some time to get to it. And but I will get to it. So okay, I think that's going to do it. See you guys on the next one. Hope you enjoyed it.